My son can't roll over or sit at 8 months. Okay, Clara, I jumped onto yours. I just approved it and I jumped on. There's something going on. I don't have enough information from you. Have you been sent up to a specialist? More so genetics and neurology, but you know, depending on the way the insurance or your area works, they'll probably do neurology first. What I don't like is the shake. You know, this movement that I'm seeing in the two videos. Everybody's going to tell you right off the bat, low tone kind of thing, but there's something going on. I don't like the movement that's going on there. And that's where I would be working. So medically, you need to have something checked out. Like I said, probably your better bet is genetics. It'll probably get you in quicker than neurology. I'm not worried of damage to the brain per se, but I mean, I don't know enough about your birth history. I don't know, like there weren't any details. But what I am concerned is the shakes, and I'll show you. So oh, I know what I'm gonna get. Hold on 1 second. I need to do my new props. They're right here. Sorry, this is why it's live. It's live. So, people think of muscles in babies. It's not how it works, right? There is core stability, but so when your child makes a movement or you make a movement, right? Your vestibular system responds like that, right? And it comes into play. What I don't like is I'm seeing this constant, there's a constant little shake. Now, if I shake like this, it's pretty violent inside. And this is one of the reasons why the movements are really hard for your son, is because these internal movements are too much for a baby. You and I, if we were shivering or something like that, can counter response to it. But a baby can't. It's not that he's shivering, but I'm just talking about internal movements. Now, if I add rotation to this, even though I'm moving fast, it stabilizes the liquids, right? But he doesn't have the stabilizations going on in his system. And so that's where I'm concerned, possibly with neurology. So again, looking at his placement, any layman or person that's just not used to true baby movement is going to see low toned because of the way that he's here. He doesn't have a pubic bone strike, and he's not coming up to bring in his head. What I don't like is this, that little bit of, and you see it, and they're rolling over too, and going on here. So I would really have a backup there and look at genetics, and go that route. You're not getting the right help if your pediatrician's is just doing this. People don't understand. Pediatricians are there for owies and boo-boos. You know, they're not there for the larger picture. I'm sorry, guys, if you're a pediatrician on the board, but 98% of pediatricians just don't think that way. And two, under the U.S. guidelines, they're now not looking at development until 9 months. That's the government recommendation for doctors. So this is where you're not getting the help there, but you need help. That being said, we've got medical. Now we've also got to deal with movement. You're not getting the milestones. So we can't let the milestones slip away just because there's possibly something going on in your son's nervous system. So first thing I want you to do is, you'll see what I'm talking about in the newborn movement assessment. If you go to do these movements, they're not there, especially through the spine, and that's where you're going to concentrate on. I'm going to list just a couple of videos here to do, and then I'd like you to do the rolling over course, right? Because when rolling over is, I see an object and I'm just rolling, right? That's rolling over. I have to see it, and then I'm going. But first of all, when you have a little bit of a shake, you lose that eyesight of eye-hand. So it's very hard for the baby to concentrate through it, in a sense, to keep their eye on the prize, right? And then on top of that, that shake wants to bring the child back down, and so you're getting this kind of like, I want to roll over, that I can't. And that's why I'm suggesting more genetics than I am neurology. I'm not a doctor, but I've done enough of this. Kay's online now. I'll tell you about who I am. But that's the medical route I'd be taking. But right now, and then again, you might have to get your pediatrician to refer up. I don't know what state you're in. I don't know what country you're in. But there's something going on, and you need to get a handle on what's going on. But please, please, please don't do what so many people do, is wait for a, quote, diagnostic, and then they jump back into development. Two separate issues. We have to make sure your child's medically stable and there's not something going on. I get that. But at the same time, too, we've got to work on development. So start with those things. And I want like a respond back in about 2 weeks of where we're at within the rolling over. And let's see if we can start fine tuning your program, because the rolling over should have been at 2.5 to 3 months. And now we're at 8 months, but we've got size going on, and we've also got, like I said, this shaking that's going on and needs to be directed. I wouldn't think twice about seeing your pediatrician tomorrow if you have to do that to get your referral. Thanks.